All right, folks, welcome back to my channel. It's Dave here. It's your channel. It's my channel. It's Tulsi Gabbard's channel. All right, let's just give it to her. Last time I checked, we were 5 subscribers away from the magic 1,000. Incredible. Thank you so much. Hoping I can monetize. We'll find out how hard it will be. I know YouTube had me jump through hoops the last time. My other channel had to be monetized, and it took a few months to do it. And I'm hoping, since I'm established on YouTube, maybe it will be a little less painful. I want to talk about Tulsi Gabbard and the Mueller report. Tulsi released this great video yesterday talking about partisanship. This is why she's my candidate. Okay, this is the first candidate whose basic goal is to respect everybody's opinions and where they've been. She is compassionate towards someone like myself who is a former Donald Trump voter and supporter. Okay? I'm really getting even more excited about her campaign ramping up because she understands things like the Mueller report was very divisive. She's all over that. She's calling for unity. She's calling for us to move on and solve problems. You know, I did this video where I used a word I made up called solutionism. Okay, that's why a lot of people like Andrew Yang, all right, because he's about solutions. Solutionism. It's not a real word, okay, but it should be a real philosophy. And I sense from her something that I have not really heard from other candidates. You know, Donald Trump ran, you know, once he understood partisanship, he did run against his own party to some degree, and I think he really enjoyed that. And that was really the best part of his campaign, telling people that, no, it was a stupid idea to go into Iraq, reading Jeb Bush, the Riot Act. I mean, you know, what was it? Low energy Jeb, little Marco. That was entertaining. And a lot of it was based on the truth of the stuff going on in the neocon part of the Republican Party. Of course, you have the same neoliberal thing going on in the Democratic Party. Tulsi Gabbard just is different. You know, I know she's running as a Democrat, and she fits better in the Democrat Party. She could run as a libertarian with progressive ideas, you know, and she would fit. Someone said that, Dave, you're like the conservative progressive. And I said, well, I don't know if there is such a thing. That's kind of an oxymoron. You know, conservative on some moral and social issues, but very progressive on the issues that need to be addressed and need to be fixed. Again, we go back to solutionism. That's where I'm at. You may not agree with me on some of those other issues, but those issues I tend to keep personal. I wouldn't legislate any kind of morality on the general population because I think we've moved on from that. I don't think government should intervene, and that's the libertarian side of me. So it's okay to be kind of a conservative progressive, I guess. It's okay to have that kind of label, because I'm not into labels. Tulsi Gabbard isn't into labels. The fact that she put this video out to me shows me that she's more concerned about everybody. She, of course, wants to win the Democratic primary. And I think if anything's going to be a problem for her, it's that some progressives and Democrats don't want me. They don't want me around. In other words, you had the audacity to vote for Donald Trump. We don't want your vote. We don't want you. You're too stupid. You know, and that goes back to Hillary Clinton when she called Trump voters deplorables. That was the worst thing she could have said. Okay, worst thing. And what it does is you wear that as a badge of honor. People started, and it was hilarious. Yeah, I'm a deplorable. Got my button. Got my website, deplorable2020.com. Whatever, you know. I got we're doing it again. The deplorables are rising from the ranks. Look, folks, we don't want to be known as like the peasant class. And many of us are in that class. Many of us struggle to make ends meet and to pay for health care and pay for the things. Look, like I said about Tulsi and the progressive movement to some degree, it's really about allowing people to get a few crumbs from the military-industrial complex at this point. Because the more I research this and trillions of dollars vanishing, I mean, the accounting isn't right at the Pentagon. Imagine the Pentagon, who spends more money than any institution on the face of the earth. Think of that. Who spends more money than the Pentagon? I don't know. The military doesn't spend as much money as what? As who? You know, the space program, which isn't really as big as it used to be. I'm just trying to think, who spends more money than our military? Nobody. The Pentagon is number one. And they've just lost a bunch of money. My idea is, as someone who's progressive at this stage or moving in that direction, I only have a few years to live on planet Earth, so I just want a few crumbs off the table. And when I say that, I'm just saying what's fair, what's proportional. And I'm not trying to take... Because, look, you can go after the CEOs all day long and say, well, the CEOs make too much money. Well, it's a private business. They earn their money and so forth. The Pentagon is not a private business, okay? It's kind of run like a really, really bad DMV with trillions of dollars, okay? And now we, as taxpayers, are saying, well, wait a minute. You're telling me that I can't have affordable health care? Wait a minute. You're telling me I can't drive over a bridge that I know isn't going to collapse, or, you know, drive on roads that are in good shape? I mean, infrastructure. You mean we can't have good infrastructure, but you can continue to ratchet up the war machine? See, Tulsi Gabbard has hit on the core issue of our time, and as did Ron Paul and Rand. Paul also talks about this, but even he hasn't been quite as fervent in his opposition. He talks about a lot of other things these days, more or less how he can scale back or help scale back or manage all of these conflicts we're in. Tulsi Gabbard says no more regime change wars. She's serious. Okay? And the fact that she called out the Mueller report, not necessarily calling out Mueller, but saying, look, we need to come together. Partisanship isn't working. And that's one of the things I hate right now in politics, and have hated for a very long time, is this Nancy Pelosi plays this game. Trump has obviously learned to play this game, where you're trying to outsmart. Remember, he grounded her plane or something. She was going to go on a trip. I mean, and this is all just gamesmanship. It's political gamesmanship. Meanwhile, our national debt is approaching or over $22 trillion. I haven't looked at the debt clock in a while. It's just a scary thing to sit there and watch these numbers just keep going up. And again, Pentagon has lost money, like trillions of dollars, and their accounting is screwed up. Lee Camp was talking about that. The media needs to have a day of reckoning for the lack of information and for taking us down a rabbit trail of biblical proportions. I mean, what are you doing? I mean, there are real issues that we can talk about, and there are real solutions that are out there. And there are people like Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang, to some degree Bernie Sanders, who are offering a different path for the country. And I would say this to progressives, I'm over here because I'm out of options. I'm just done. I'm done with the conservative movement because it's just a dead end. And some conservatives are well-meaning and have good ideas, but there's not. I don't hear anything new. I don't hear anything fresh. I don't hear anything that's going to get us out of our long-term issues. I mean, you can do a short-term boost to the economy, but it's going to be short-lived. And the economy is always cyclical, and I think these cycles are going to get more drastic. You know, the upswing is going to be short, the downswing is going to be very down, and is going to hurt more and more people as time goes on. So, I mean, I'm not a I'm not an economist, but I think we need somebody who has integrity, who sees the big picture, and who doesn't look at me as a deplorable person. Okay, just because I was looking for something to just shake this thing up. As one person said, a lot of people voted for Donald Trump because they thought Trump was going to blow it up, blow up the entire system. And the only thing he really blew up was ratings on network television, which he was already good at. He had a show that was highly rated, so he knew how to blow up ratings. And now it's like a crack addict. These people can't seem to do away with their Trump obsession. And Trump has been great for them. But he hasn't been great for America as far as what he's done to our politics. All right, and I know that's kind of a vague statement, but Tulsi Gabbard represents everything that's the opposite of that. She would be somebody who we could be proud of in the Oval Office. Integrity matters to her. Service over self. Okay? All of those things. So, again, thanks for watching this channel. I commend Tulsi Gabbard for calling out the media and their fake news for 2.5 years. Same with Jimmy Dore last night on his live stream. It was just, again, fantastic viewing. And just, I really enjoy hearing adults talk like grown-ups about important issues and telling the truth. I mean, it's such an interesting and different concept. And if you enjoy it, you should subscribe, not just to me, but to all of these channels, even if you don't agree. I remember I saw a libertarian guy say, you guys are talking truth. I don't agree with a lot of your premises, but you are actually talking truth, which you don't see anywhere in media. I see it on, like, Rick Sanchez, RT America. I see a lot of truth over there, and that's been another place, like a place of refuge for the truth impaired. You got to go check it out. All right, my video is getting a little bit lengthy. Don't forget to subscribe. You could be number 1,000. All right, see you soon, everybody. Have a great day.